Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Ooh, you know we all in detox mode. A new year's coming in. I mean, today is what, the 12th of November already? Come on. So much is going on. So much is going on. We got to stay in positive mode. Come on, come on, come on. Let's make things happen in our lives, Capricorns. You're going through so much. So many changes have been taking place with the Capricorns. Ooh, I love to study Capricorns because they start the year off, as you know, and they finish it. It's about getting in tune with who you are. Capricorns, you know you're always stressed or thinking about something, so let's do our breathing. We can't go in our realm unless we clear the energy, okay? It is so important. I want you to inhale and exhale twice. It seems like a lot of work, right? Because y'all don't like to take breathers at all. It wastes time for you. But you know what? It's all about you right now and what you need. I need you to inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale and shake it off. Capricorns, let's get deep into thought and figure out what's going on. What is going on? Love me some Capricorn. Because y'all think everything through thoroughly. That's what it's about for you, you know? Let's see what's going on. Let's hear what your message is. How have you been doing? Stress-free or worrisome? Wisdom. When this card comes out, I get extremely happy because that means that you've gone through a learning experience. Something that you were not aware of before previously has come to light and you have learned from it, because now you know how important it is that every experience that you encounter, that you make it your business to get the message from it. And that's something that's taken a while to get Capricorns in tune with, because you pay attention to things, you pick up on signs other people may not have, but you think of how it relates to you, and you start paying attention to your environment. You start getting aligned with yourself. I think it's a breath of fresh air when you're able to step back and look at the full picture, look at the whole scenario, to figure out where you fit in, where you don't need to be, and what you've learned from that experience. And sometimes people will break your heart. They will wake you up to things that you never even thought about. But you're going to learn from it, because nobody's going to get over on you like that ever again in life. And I know this has to do with a relationship and your career. And sometimes the two don't always mesh together. Try to stay away from office romance. You know, you're learning a lot. Look at it like that. You're learning a lot. And that's what it should be, where you're continuously learning about yourself and what you encounter. Because now you have unconditional love for who you are. And you recognize that through all those storms in life, it is so important for you to recognize who you are and what position you hold in this world. What do you need to improve on in your life? Because you're being granted that inner power. Okay? That means you're lining up your thoughts, your feelings, your purpose, your mission. You're growing and you're learning and you're retaining that knowledge each and every day, because you realize that no matter how many people are in your circle, you are the final decision maker. You are the one that holds the keys to opening the doors that may have been locked to you previously. You're recognizing your attributes, your gifts, your purpose, the meaning that holds you together, which you may have been overlooking previously, because You tend to react on every situation, every scenario, looking for who you are and how you identify yourself. And you also listen to the noise and disturbances from other people because you want to be free to make decisions, and you do. But because of stumbling blocks and obstacles that have preyed upon your path, you tend to fall short sometimes, and you take a beating. You're your own worst critic. You will beat yourself up over things that you didn't recognize at the time. But you have to understand, not everything is revealed to you at the same time. You have to experience stuff, and then the revelation comes. Experience stuff, then the revelation comes. It's not like, oh, I just know everything. There's a lot of things that you're aware of because you're a boss. You're a leader. But there's some things you miss because you have this great heart and you think that people are great too until they're not. You give people the benefit of the doubt, and it's showing that you've gone through so much change and transition to get to who you are meant to be. Connect with music. Capricorns, you know that they always say that music soothes the savage beast. Consider yourself to be in beast mode, because when you're going through the motion to achieve certain things, there has to be a place in solace where you could calm down, because not everything you attempt is always going to work in your favor. There'll be little tweaks here and there that'll help you to extend and continue to grow and learn more and apply what you've learned to the scenarios so that you can better yourself and better the scenario. So when you connect with music, it gives you a calmness. It's any music that you like. That's one of your hobbies, whether it's singing, dancing, or just sitting down and listening. You love music. Music kind of soothes you for real. Test yourself. When you hear a certain song or something, it takes over. It takes over. Your friends that are real friends that are close to you know that after a couple drinks, the music will take you by storm. That's who you are. That's one of your calming zones. Music. It kind of it uplifts you somewhat, and it takes you to a place where you can experience that calmness and that serenity. It's a beautiful thing to watch and to experience. Transformation. Didn't I just say that? You're transforming. You're transforming. Whether it's getting yourself in shape, you might have let go of that mindset where you're just always in this regimen and you're always exercising. Now you're a stickler and you're sticking with it. You've had some days where you kind of let it loose a little bit and didn't care as much, but now you're back on track. You know, we always set up goals or things for ourselves where we're able to achieve certain goals on that playing field, and you're figuring out what it is. You don't want to be in the same position, in the same mode that you were in 2024. You're looking towards 2025 because you know you're a planner. Many of you have books, and I know you write in it. And then the thing is so funny, a lot of times with Capricorns, they'll start in a book, writing all their ideas, all the steps they need to take, and then they want to start over in a fresh book. Some of you don't even finish the book. You start a new one because you want to know it's a clean slate. Some of you don't write in the book till the end of the last page. It's too jumbled up. You want to clear the space, and you pick up a new book to start writing. It refreshes you, makes you feel good. That's the truth. Spiritual gifts. You are blessed with spiritual gifts because you take hold of the year in the beginning and then you close it out. You notice that that's the only sign that does that? A Capricorn? Because you all are born leaders. That doesn't mean you're not going to go through changes and transformation and chaos and obstacles. It just means that you take that information, you apply it to your life, and you see where it fits so that you can better yourself. A lot of times you don't even have time for love. you don't always, you're a business oriented person. Something takes over you when it comes to thriving. When other people will stay down and they're sulking, you will take a moment for yourself to think things through. You might even become a hermit and just want to cut yourself off, because when things are not moving right in your life, you don't want to be around a lot of people. You work alone at times so you could figure things out. You have a type A personality. You're joyful. You're a burst of energy. You're a thinker. You're a leader. And you take the tools that you are blessed with and apply it to your life so that you could continue on your journey. You could continue climbing. Capricorns are no joke, you know. No joke whatsoever. You can break somebody down into pieces before they even know what the heck happened to them. We laugh and joke about it, but it's true. Especially when you're on the page about your business, doing your business, and making positive changes in your life. People sometimes may get the best of you because you give people the benefit of the doubt. But when you catch your bearings, they better stay away from you, because you trusted them enough with the hope that they would do what was right by you and respect you enough. And when they don't, they realize how quickly you can turn the page. You could cut people off so quickly that their head would spin and it's still turning on a swivel because of the fact they can't believe you did them that way. That's how you are, because you don't wait for them to tear you down. When you see the tears starting to happen and you might give a benefit of the doubt, or they may apologize, they've just made you alert to the things that they are capable of. And now you're more attentive to everything that they do. They just woke up the sleeping giant. They woke you up to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm moving with them, but I'm not moving with them. You know what I mean? It's like people arouse an alert sense in you, and you have this alarm on now that you're paying attention to everything they do, because they already shook you. They shook you. And that unconditional love that you're experiencing is because you know, you don't think you're better than the fray. You just know you don't want to be on the same level with them. You feel that you are gaining continuous insight on a daily basis, which is showing you your capabilities. It's showing you what your mission is, what your purpose is. And when you recognize that and you're working toward that goal and achieving it step by step, this is the best time for you. This is the process. This is the process. And when somebody could fall in line and love you the way you're supposed to be loved, you already recognize how you're supposed to be loved. You want to receive the love that you believe you deserve. Unconditional love. And people can't sidestep with you with this love play, because when you love somebody, you love them. And when they hurt you, you still will give them another chance, because not everybody falls in line the way you would like. Some Capricorns will not give that chance, because one time shy, that's it. There are other Capricorns that are a little bit more compassionate, depending on, I'd say Capricorns like around the 14th, the 15th, things like that. They tend to have more compassion because they feel that you didn't know as much. The ones that start off in December, they're awake, they're alert. They know right away when you're full of crap. And the ones later on in the month, they tend to soften a little and kind of figure, maybe they didn't mean it like that. You look at it from a different point of view, a different angle. You know, and as you get closer to the Aquarius zone, you tend to be a little bit more firm, because it's like you don't trust everybody. You know what I mean? You don't trust everybody. So it's a mixture of feelings, and Capricorns can switch different cycles. But if a Capricorn is steadily there for you and you break their heart or hurt them, that switch could turn off real quick. You are going through this transitional phase right now where you're experiencing life. You're getting control of your feelings. You're more awake and alert because you already putting the pieces together for how you see 2025. Tell me I'm lying. You already putting those pieces together because you're digging up your strength, which is your inner power. You're realizing your capabilities. You want your world to mesh together. You get that a little bit of anxiety. You also could be animated at times. People could tell that you don't like somebody by your facial expressions. They might like tone it down. You're going to let them see. You're going to give it away. You talk a lot with your eyes, and your face reveals quite a bit, Caps. Quite a bit. But between your wisdom and taking, you don't let experiences just pass you by. Like some people go through something, they're like, oh, well, that's not you. Even if you don't utilize it immediately, it could be in your back pocket. And you're like, you know what? I don't trust that easily. I don't see everybody as my friend right away. You have to get to know these people, get to know things. You're on a job. You're humbled until you learn the ropes. And then you take off. Tell me this. How many jobs have you been on? Or even your current job and you're climbing the ladder? How many positions have you had where you're in charge running the show? Cat Williams' voice. I'll wait. Think about it. People tend to see the compassion, the commitment, the dedication in you all wrapped in one, because when you start to know who you are, your skills develop better because you're sharing this with the world. Whatever you do is just not fly by night. You don't do anything just to do it. Whatever you do has significant meaning in your life. That's why you transform when you learn. You know, you learn who you are and you transform yourself from past challenges and experiences where you may have felt initially you weren't good enough, but something kept pushing you. You are constantly pushed into a mode of achievement where you get over the humps and bumps on your path. You're greater than you give yourself credit for. And when you're healing from a broken relationship, your spiritual gifts come into play because you're looking at things as the big picture now rather than half-stepping, because you're not a half-stepper. But before you got to the part where you looked at the whole picture and envisioned it, you made some moves, some impeccable moves, but not everybody's aligned with you, so sometimes things don't work out as you planned. And sometimes you stumble and fall, but you know what you do? You practice what you preach. You get back up and you keep going. You keep going. You can't give people advice and don't follow through yourself on what the advice is. So you are relatable in the sense that you place yourself in a position where somebody might get in and put up a barricade to block your blessings, but they couldn't cover every part of it. They left some gaps. And even if you got to crawl, you're going to get through those gaps and you're going to start again and you're going to build back better than it started out. Because they've pushed you where they thought they were pushing you toward failure. They didn't know that they were pushing you to grab hold and make your mark. The tenacity that you possess, the ancestors that protect you, the mode changes. The Capricorn can have different modes. And each mode is one that's going to allow them to climb higher. Even if you're down for a minute, Caps, you don't stay down. You have resolve. You recognize that people are not always your friend. And because of your mindset, you lose a lot of friends, because you can have a room full of colleagues and associates, but the amount of friends you actually have, you could count on one hand. And you had to learn that the hard way. You like to have people around you. You're giving orders. You're delegating, dictating, because you see the potential in an idea and you want it to grow. But some people take it as you being aggressive, too assertive, bossy, always wanting to run the show and be in charge, and they despise you for it. That's why when you get into your zone and the wisdom that you've captured on your journey will transform you into picking up vibes. Listen, imagine being in a room. Are you able to identify certain people? You see, Capricorns can identify things. You could be in a room and you could see the people that's for you and against you by their facial expressions. Non-verbal type disclosures, you pick up on those vibrations. You know who has a spirit against you that's not flowing with you. You can identify that. And even if you're not completely sure, you will look to see different things and different actions that they take. Is it in your favor or is it against you? You ever met somebody that's there, but they always have a contradiction to something you say? You're a supervisor, you're a boss, you're someone that applies the knowledge that they've learned on their journey, and there's always some kind of resistance against you. That's what has happened to put you in this mode where you stay alert and aware. You're moving forward, and there are people that are impressed by you, I should say, but can't stand you, because you always seem like you got your stuff together, even when you don't. But the persona that you put out there makes people envious and jealous of who you are. They know you're good at what you do, even if you don't always know. They know. They see the potential, and they act accordingly. They want to absorb as much information from you, but act as though what you're saying is not important, which sometimes they try to dumb you down, and then you feel dumbed down, and you feel, well, maybe I'm not doing a good job, maybe this. But then you rationalize, and you see that you are doing a good job. And that's when you start, picking on the vibrations from your inner power to recognize who you are and align yourself accordingly. People may say, he or she always think they know everything, or they think they better than everybody else. You'll hear those type things. That means you're doing a good job. Because whether you like it or not, you are a bright light, and some people want to dim it. And then worst case scenario is that some employers may put you out there and say, oh, Capricorn is so good, they did this, they did that, and you might hear kiss ass, or you might hear different things. Don't take those things to heart. Just be aware and alert of where it's coming from, because when you know, you know. But you got to stay strong on your journey and recognize the fact that you don't answer to what people call you. You answer according to how you label yourself. And when you know you're good at something, keep forging forward. Don't let the noise make you dumb down who you are. It's a new year that we're embarking upon, and there will always be people that try to strike you down. But as you continue on your journey, continue transforming, continue recognizing your inner power. Seek out unconditional love for yourself, no matter what mistakes and errors you made along the way. You have spiritual gifts that will take you far, 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 far. Help you on your climb, push you up higher. And you have to be able to know. That's why I tell people, connect with music. Take that time out to let it soothe you. Recognize who you are and be proud of who you are. You're not going to always get that pat on the back when you do stuff, Capricorn. And you have to prepare yourself that no matter how good you do at something, there's always somebody ready to push you down. That's why this wisdom card is so important for you. You're going through the realm of wisdom where you have experiences and you're making them shine on you so that you're able to reveal your gifts, your special talents, your spiritual gifts, and get through the process easier. Because when you know, you know. When you know who you are, you can value yourself better. And you're not going to let the voices, the negativity, the haters and the naysayers cloud your vision or cloud your path. This is time for you to get aligned with who you are. Do you know yourself? Once you know yourself, you know your worth, you know your value. And Capricorn, you're at the leaderboard. You lead this. You lead this. Allow that wisdom to shine through. Allow it to elevate you to the next level in the next chapter of your life. You don't have time to mess with people that want to doubt you in every step you take. I'm not saying you can't take constructive criticism, but one, you got to pay attention to where it's coming from. Two, you got to see if the intent is real or if it's something to make you doubt who you are. Because not everybody's going to be in your corner, but do know you're not alone. There are quite a few people that support you in your endeavors. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Elevate your way of thinking and continuously look for solutions. You got this. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise to be our best selves. We're going to be detoxing, like I said, cleaning up any negative energy and continuing to be inspired to grow. Inspired. Aspire yourself. Stay positive. And most important, seek out your inner power and listen to it. You have the reins. You just need to pull and tug on them and keep moving forward. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And the year coming in for you is going to be a great one. It's going to end on a positive note. And you're going to learn, because all of these actions that are taking place in your life right now is only to propel you forward. Take care. Talk soon. Look forward to speaking with you again soon. Have a good one.